It's the early stages of springtime, 65 degrees on this Saturday afternoon, and you are looking at Pete Matthews Coliseum, where indoors it's the FIU Panthers and the Jacksonville State Gamecocks meeting in the penultimate game of this season. Hi everybody, I'm Eli Gold. Glad to have you with us. Ray Hammett is alongside Mickey Shatrick, who normally works with me. He's checking out some of the state high school action. So Ray was kind enough to step in, and it's always nice when you can honor the seniors, not only from your team, but Jacksonville State did something I'd never seen done. They handed out roses to the seniors for Florida International. All of those ladies honored here today.
Each team with 5 seniors on it, and it's just a touch of class. There's nothing else you can say about it. Rick Petrie again presenting that. A lot of times you hear Jack State student section booing the visitors, but not when coach is handing them out the white rose. Got them all in nice hands. So again, a lot of class there. And then again, the 5 girls from Jacksonville State were honored in a pregame celebration with their parents and their families and loved ones. And again, it's just the right thing to do.
It is. Many of those ladies have been with their respective programs for 4 years, other for shorter times, but nevertheless, they get honored here today at the That's the Pete Matthews Coliseum. Checking out the conference standings for you in Conference USA. That's how everything looks going into action here today. FIU in the middle of the pack. Jack State near the bottom. They've had trouble shooting the ball this year.
Yeah, they have had an issue there, but the main thing is it's not over till it's over. And this is the game today, and then we play next Saturday, does Jacksonville State.
Yep.
And, you know, things can turn around. They can get hot, but it needs to start today on this floor. But FIU in a much better position with a 6-9 record going into this game in the conference. And they'll probably be middle of the pack as the conference tournament starts in a couple of weeks.
Yep, that's going to be in Huntsville, Alabama. These teams met back on January the 30th in Miami at the Ocean Bank Convocation Center, and that ball game was won by Florida International 62-52. And those teams got together in those days. Today it's the return matchup as the Gamecock ladies will be wearing pink, one of the Power of Pink games on the schedule as they raise money and raise awareness for the fight against breast cancer. And of course, Florida International University in the black with the teal and pink and the pink shoes as they too join in the honor of battling breast cancer. We are set to go here. The ball's in the air and it's controlled by Florida International. Lucia Fleta Robles is number 30. 13 is Aaliyah Pitts. 0, that's Angena Bayoso. Bayoso in the paint and off the glass for 2.
Yeah, nice drive that time. She was able to outrun her man-to-man counterpart from Jacksonville State to get in for the nice layup.
Now Planella runs the floor. She goes around everybody. And Clara Gonzalez Planella goes coast to coast to tie the ball game at a pair.
She's averaging about 8 points a game and has really just come on strong for the Gamecocks here at the end of the season.
Elsie Harris, number 5, trying to fight through those screens against Robles. They work it around the perimeter. In the paint, ducking underneath everybody is Binta Diada.
Maya Barnes in really good position, and she just ducked under the right arm of Maya going in for the layup, and there's going to be a push defensive foul. She just did not see the Gamecock in the way and just ran right over. That's about all you can say.
So the foul on Angena Bayoso will be her first. She spells her first name A-N-G-E-N-A, Angena, and the last name is B-E-L-L-O-S-O, Bayosa. She is from Spain by way of St. Francis College in Brooklyn, New York.
Another foul called that time, trying to drive. Ponce was trying to drive the baseline, and it's going to be 21 call for the foul.
Yeah, Binta Diatta picks up the personal foul. It'll be her first. So 2 quick fouls on FIU.
5-second call.
And a 5-second violation as they tried to inbound it. So bringing it up across the timeline. Belloso, who had 23 against Western Kentucky earlier in the season, gives it to Lucia. Fleta Robles. Now the alley-oop inside, and the big girl, Isnel Notabo. And she is big in every aspect. She is 6'4". She is a big-time scorer. She was the All-Big Sky Conference Player of the Year when she was there. And here, looking for an opening, is Maria Sanchez Ponce. And she found the gap and got to the window. And FIU is on top by a score of 6-2.
Averaging over 7 points a game. She had 10 against Liberty and 14 in the first game against FIU.
Here now, left side of the key. It's up off the window, no good. Rebound, tip to Ponce. She'll run the floor with it. Maria Sanchez Ponce. Almost palming the basketball there, but it goes uncalled. Here's a baseline drive and the kick out. And the whistle, an offensive foul being called on Maya Barnes.
First foul called against the Gamecocks.
The first foul called against the Gamecocks here this afternoon. 7:23 time remaining, first quarter, just getting going. FIU is led by 4. Meanwhile, no lead yet for the Jack State Gamecocks, with 7:08 remaining in the opening period of play. Looking for a penetrating move into the paint. Ball is loose, picked up by Planella, and she'll get a return feed from Barkley and runs the floor. Planella for 3, no good. And the rebound, Diatta. Binta Diatta feeds the baseline. And a fall-away turnaround is good for Ayala Pitts. Aaliyah Pitts. She had 17 against JSU, which earlier this season, which was her season high. And now the return shot by Asia Barkley. And neither of these teams have come out shooting coolly. They are both doing a fine job in the early going. 75% shooting for Jacksonville State and 80% shooting for the Panthers of Florida International.
7 different players from both teams have scored 2 points.
And there's a layup by Paris Atkins, and that makes it an 8th player to do so.
Spreading the wealth.
Around the horn. Stopping. Couldn't get rid of Diatta defensively that time. Here's Elsie Jones. And Elsie Harris, excuse me, rebound inside and put back up by Asia Barkley. So off the miss by Elsie. It's now a 10-8 ball game. Florida International by 2. Gamecocks in the pink today. FIU in the black with the blue and pink. And that's a jump ball. Arrow is in favor of the other way. So it's going to be Gamecock ball going the other way. As substitutions now is Nell Notabo comes in. And Binta Diatta takes a seat. So Notabo from the Czech Republic by way of Sacramento State University. They feed on the right side, Gamecocks do, as Planella against tight defense. Good defense by Robles.
What a nice pass that was inside for Planella. Going back to Nottabo, she's the tallest player for both teams. She's at 6'4", but when you get past her, it's almost a mirror image. I mean, both teams have a lot of players in the 6-foot range.
The foul on Paris Atkins. And good to see that everybody is okay getting up off the hardwood. And Atkins is going to go to the bench, being replaced by Claudia Marina. Claudia Marina Gonzalez. That's her given last name, but she likes to go by Claudia Marina. Underhand ball sits. Elsie Harris. Ponce to the window for two.
What a nice stop and pop that time for her. She got past her defender and just made a really beautiful shot.
Every time Ponce gets a bucket in close or a long range shot, she takes that fist and pumps it in the air. Tied at 10. Inside, turnaround, doesn't go. Rebound loose for the smallest lady on the floor.
3 pink jerseys were fighting for the ball with her, and again, good defensive job by the Gamecocks, and now we have a foul called against FIU.
It'll be Aaliyah Pitts who will pick up her first personal foul, and we have timeout here in Jacksonville. 4:15 remaining, opening quarter. We're all dead even at 10 aside here on ESPN Plus.
I need to try it first.
At Jacksonville State University, the journey starts with you. It begins with your ambition, your curiosity, your dreams. Here, you forge your own path. You have the power to make a difference, explore new horizons, and turn your passions into your future. At Jack State, we journey forward together. The journey starts with you.
Whether it's family for dinner or game time, it's time for Johnson's Giant Foods Deli. All you have to do is drop by Johnson's Giant Foods and grab whatever you want hot and ready to go. Chicken salad and chicken fingers to die for. Savory ribs, salad, dessert, you name it. It's waiting for you and your family or friends. Johnson's Giant Foods with 5 locations in Gadsden, Atala, Jacksonville, and Coldwater.
Eli Gold here, ready for a winning drive? Go see my friends at Cooper Chevy Buick. Choose from hundreds of new Chevys and Buicks, including a great selection of Car Bravo certified used. Score big with low finance rates and ask about their guaranteed credit approval program. Get top dollar for your trade, no matter the yardage. Your road to victory starts today at Cooper Chevrolet Buick in Anniston or online, cooperchevrolet.com. Official sponsor of JSU Athletics.
I need to try it first.
A good look at the FIU Panthers as this series is now in its 5th all-time meeting. Series at the Pete, 1-0 JSU. The other games all played in Florida. 2 were in Miami. 1 was in Jacksonville, Florida. Brianna Rhodes, nice easy touch for her as she checks into the lineup.
Beautiful shot right at the free throw line. Knows what to do with it.
A 6-0 run for the Gamecocks, who take the lead for the first time today. There, it's knocked away by Planella. Quick hands. And now running the floor. Back outside. Three-pointer for Maya Barnes on senior day. The senior from Carver High School in Montgomery, Alabama, gives the Gamecocks a 5-point lead.
Jacksonville looking to make a run right here. Of course, basketball is a game of runs. Both teams will have them before the game's over, but they need to take advantage of the hot hand right now.
Lucia Fleta Robles feeds it off to Judith Valero. Valero's last name is Rodriguez, but she goes by Judith Valero and doesn't use the Rodriguez. That was Aaliyah Pitts, and she did make that one count from three-point range. Now with a 15-13 ball game, it's answered right back from Maya Barnes as she finds herself with the hot hand early of back to a 5-point JSU lead. And there is the whistle. And all going right now Jacksonville State's way.
Brianna Rhodes taking a charge that time for the Gamecocks.
So the foul. Here's a nice lead. Elsie Harris. Brianna Rhodes skies for that one and puts it up for two. And I'll tell you, all the shots are falling now. The Gamecocks hitting 82%. 82% to 75% for Florida International. And there's a three-point try by Robles. No good. Rebound, Maya Barnes. She's having a great start here today. Long range two from Brianna.
Wow.
And timeout taken by Jessica Burks-Wiley, the head coach for FIU. They want to talk it over because all of a sudden everything is going Jacksonville State's way.
I tell you what, it's a great run right now. A 7-0 run over the last minute.
There's another shot right there. Not only was it a 7-0 run in the last minute, it's been a 16-3 run over the last 3:44, and the Gamecocks have hit their last 7 field goals. And in the middle there, that young lady is Jessica Burks-Wiley, a graduate of Boston University. She was a Terrier in her collegiate days.
When you compare stats of these two teams, the biggest difference is FIU is a better shooting team. Well, right now, Jacksonville State has flipped the script.
They really have. JSU is not one of the better shooting teams in America, neither from the floor nor the free throw line. And today, those numbers are totally flipped around. Nice break to the window and a high lay-in by Bayoso for two. And Jenna Bayoso, first point she's had against the Gamecocks this season. Didn't play, one of many who didn't play in the game in Miami earlier this season on January 30th. Here now, going to the window, getting tripped up, is Maria Sanchez Ponce. Two-shot opportunity here after the second foul by Diatta. You know, you take a look at these numbers. There are 352 teams playing women's basketball in America, okay? 352. Field goal shooting, the Gamecock ladies are 328th in America. And today they can't miss. Free throws, again, there are 352 women's basketball teams in America. The Gamecocks are 323rd in free throw shooting, but they're getting the shots to fall here today. That's why we all come to the arena.
Amen.
You just never know in sports. Baseline drive by Yoso. Rebound loose. Here comes Elsie. Elsie Harris trying to beat Pitts to the baseline. Ponce, too strong. And the rebound taken by Isnel Nadabo. There's steps and a shove. And the foul upcoming on the Gamecocks. They've only had one personal foul in the ball game, and that was against Maya Barnes, and now she gets another.
Non-shooting foul situation, so just under a minute to play, and the Gamecocks need to keep this hot streak going for the next 34 seconds.
Here's Nadabo. Bayoso looks for an opening and lowers his shoulder, but they're going to say that the contact was initiated by Shaquish May. It'll be her first personal foul. With 44 and 4/10 seconds to go. You see the clock on the bottom of your screen. That's Judith Valero. Outside for three. Got it. She had tons of time, Robles did, and she said, if nobody's coming out, I might as well just take it, and she did. It's a 23-18 JSU lead. Long range tray, no good. Rebound, Ponce. Loose ball. Fed back outside, 12 seconds. Saric for three. Valentina can't get it to go, and the jump ball has the arrow going in Florida International's direction. So it'll be FIU ball with 7 3/10 seconds remaining in the quarter. Inbounding to our right, Aaliyah Pitts. They don't touch the ball until mid-floor, so the clock doesn't start until then. 3 seconds, two, here's a tray, no good, and we have come to the end of quarter number one. Great shooting for Jacksonville State, 67%. Last time we saw that, I think maybe Truman was in the White House. It's not happened much this year, but boy, it's great to see. We're coming back, 23-18. Gamecocks over the Panthers. It's all right. All right. Yeah. We are not keeping up with it, no. All right. Let me know. All right. We'll probably talk about that. It'll probably be over by the time we come back. And if not, I'll still talk about it. Led by 4. We have led by 9. FIU. Thank you, ma'am. How are you? Good. Look at the points in the paint, 12-12. A little different than the other day.
Since we had the first break, they've shot 8 of 13. We've shot, I'm sorry, 3 of 6, and we've shot 5 of 8.
Okay.
Hated to see that run in. It was pretty.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
All right. At what score right now? All right. All right. Okay. Welcome back to Jacksonville, Alabama. Meanwhile, the men's teams for Jacksonville State and Florida International are playing right now at the Ocean Bank Convocation Center in Miami, and they are about to go into overtime, barring a turnaround here. They are tied at 64 apiece with 1 second remaining, so we'll keep you updated on that game as well. Here's Brianna Rhodes, leaves it off for Sarich, who fights through a screen. Rhodes lost it, gets it back, tips it to the corner. The shot doesn't go, but Brianna Rhodes with the hustling rebound.
Great hustle that time by Brianna Rhodes.
Eden Sample gives to Sarich against Angena Beyoso. And there's a nice floater by Sarich for 2. That game has gone into overtime. The men matchup between JSU and FIU. So they are in overtime down in Miami. Meanwhile, here in the paint is Nell Nottable. Finds an opening and hooks it in. But you know what we've seen here today, Ray? The paint points are even right now.
Right.
Whereas at this time the other day, it was a whole different animal. Sample, Eden's shot too strong.
Looking at Jacksonville State's players as they came back out on the floor, there was only one player that played at all in the first quarter, or scored in the first quarter. And so, again, Rick Petrie tends to go deep in his bench and does again here today.
Looking to inbound it. Gamecocks just do beat the clock. Shaquise May drives on Valero. No good. And the rebound pulled down by Beyoso. To Robles and inside for 2. Nottable. That's what they want to do. They want to use their size advantage. Nottable at 6'4". They try to use that size edge inside. Here's Sarich. Blanketed defensively, and now Brianna for 2 on a nice spinning move. Nice spin move by Brianna Rhodes.
8 points for Brianna. A great first half for her.
She had 4 the other night. Here now inside, and again, 2 for Nottable.
Well, she shoots 68% from the floor.
Yeah.
You see why right there, because she's point-blank range on most of her shots.
She leads America in field goal percentage with 68%. And if you add in Division I, Division II, and Division III, she is right now 4th in shooting with 68%. But in Division I, she leads field goal percentage.
And we see why.
And
right
there's another
there.
rebound and another basket. And all of a sudden, it's a 1-point ball game. Look how big Snell is. She transferred from Iowa State. Then she went to Sacramento State. She began at Iowa Western Community College. So she is well traveled, Nottable is. Shot no good.
Nottable averages 13.5 points a game, and already in this game, 10 points.
She has double figures now in 14 of her last 15 games. And again, we're still in the second quarter of this one.
Early.
Yeah, early second quarter. Good point. Bayoso. And a long-range tray try. Doesn't find the range for Pitts, but the rebound is played out. Looking to drive through, and a put up and a foul. Robles wandered through and gets hacked and picks up the personal foul, does Asia Barkley.
Nice drive that time by Robles. You see it here on your screen, and just a little flip shot up, a little hook shot, and made it work. Kissed it off the glass.
Robles from San Cristobal de Laguna, Spain. They have 4 ladies from Spain on the roster. Of course, the Gamecocks have 2. This young lady, Planella, and Ponce. Out of the corner. Rebound battled for. The arrow is in FIU's favor. So the ball goes over to Florida International. Again, these teams played in Miami on January 30th, and FIU won it 62-52.
The points in the paint in that game, 26 for FIU, only 12 for Jack State. That was the difference in that ball game.
Yep. Paris Atkins. Shot outside and bounces in.
Nice touch on the ball that time.
The transfer from Dodge City, Kansas Community College, and then Central Arkansas. Here's Ponce. Banks it off the window. Pitches her hand in the air as always, and trots back up the floor. A 2-point FIU advantage. Jack State led by 9, but couldn't hang on to the lead. And again inside. Isnell Natabo.
Barclay had that covered really, really well, but it was an absolutely perfect pass.
Yeah. And Barclay at 6 feet tall, as tall as that is. Natabo is 6'4", maybe even 6'5", as she kicks that one out of bounds. And there'll be substitutions. Judith Valero comes in.
Jacksonville State averages most of their players around 20 minutes of playing in the game. 30 minutes plus for 4 of the players from FIU. So they're on the floor a lot more.
Totally different strategies.
Yeah.
Outside. Into the corner. And that one goes over the back of the backboard, and Ponce with the missed shot, and it's turned over to FIU. We have timeout here in Jacksonville, Alabama. 4:53 remaining, second quarter. It's a 4-point FIU advantage.
I need to try it first.
There are those moments in life when you know things will never be the same. Choose a university that's as committed to making a real impact as you are.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver Card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
Becoming a leader is a choice not everyone wants to make. Because all eyes are on you. calling the shots, inspiring others to follow, in any environment, at any scale. It's not for everyone, but if you want to learn to make big decisions, start with this one. Decide to lead as an Army officer.
The Conference USA Basketball Championships are coming back to Huntsville, Alabama.
Oh, goodness! The lob at the other end and the flush!
Don't miss your opportunity to witness one of the most competitive basketball tournaments in the country from March 11th through the 15th at Probst Arena.
That was big time.
And dunks it down!
Tickets are on sale now at conferenceusa.com/Rocket City Hoops.
I need to try it first.
Welcome back, everybody. If the season ended today, which it does not, but if it does, that's how the bracket would look to open up the tournament at the Von Braun Center in Huntsville, Alabama. FIU would be waiting for a March 13th game against Western Kentucky. Jack State would play on the opening day against the Bearcats of Sam Houston. Meanwhile, the men are down by a point. Jacksonville State's men down by a point to FIU in Florida in their game in overtime. And here, Lucia Fleta Robles with a basket to give FIU a 7-point lead. Saric to respond, no, and the rebound comes off to Robles. The 7-point lead, the second biggest of the night or of the day for FIU, and that one is a rare miss for Natabo.
Good defensive effort by Barclay that time for the Gamecocks.
That's Paris Atkins waving her arms in the face of Steele. Saric to the corner. Planella had plenty right there.
And a great assist that time by Saric, seeing Planella in the corner wide open, and nice opportunity to take your time and make the shot.
3:35 remaining in this half. They have hit 4 of their last 5 field goals. FIU has.
Planella reaching in that time as she was trying to get in the middle of the lane.
And it's going in Jacksonville State's direction. It's going to JSU as substitutions will send Steele and Saric to the bench. And checking into the lineup, Kiera Thornsberry, Asia Barkley, Maya Barnes, rebound. Thornsberry tried to make the play as one of the smaller ladies on the floor against the big FIU lineup. And there's a foul. And everybody for the Jacksonville State Gamecocks looking for an offensive foul, but that does not happen.
Very much a bang-bang play that you see it again right here. She's doing all she can to plant those feet, but doesn't get it done.
Clara Gonzalez Planella picks up her first personal. Natabo leaves for Atkins. Bayoso. 10 on the shot clock. Ball tipped and a feed inside, and there's a foul as Natabo gets hacked going to the window. And another personal foul on the Gamecocks. That'll be Planella again, her second.
You see the distance, how far Natabo is from the basket. Well, it's been that way all night long, and I've got a feeling her entire career. She is just at point-blank range. They do a great job of getting the ball to her. And it's just a turn and shoot.
Points in the paint, 24-16 in favor of Florida International. And Nadabo has half of those points in the paint. And gets that one to rattle around and fall.
She has 13 on the night.
2 of 4 from the charity stripe. If you're curious, she had 31 points against Southern Utah as her career best. Trying to back in, nearly lost the ball. 8-7 on the shot clock, 6. Ponce. Oh, and that one was a hard hit beneath the basket, but everybody is okay. And that is good to see Asia Barkley get back up.
Tough sport underneath that basket.
It is. The foul is going to be on Judith Valero, her first. Her first name is J-U-D-I-T, Judith. She's from Barcelona by way of the University of South Florida. Here's May Thornsberry. Kiera looking, drops it back outside, and alone for 2 is Asia Barkley. The Shelton State transfer.
Asia now with 6 points.
Yep, being honored today on Senior Day.
She averages 6 on the season per game.
And there's a big collision in the paint.
There was a collision, no doubt. I think it's going to be.
It's going to be on Shaquise May.
Yeah, I'd like to see that one again. It was a bang-bang play under the basket.
Yeah, it'll be her second foul.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we don't have much of a clearer look than we saw on the live coverage. So the foul stands, and here's Isnel Nadabo from the Czech Republic. No good. First name I-S-N-E-L-L-E. Isnel. And the last name N-A-T-A-B-O-U. Nadabo.
She's up to 14.
Having herself quite the half. Thornsberry leaves the defense in her wake. And Ponce again with the fist to the air, celebrating the tray.
It's going to give her 10. Puts her in double figures. Is that
Loose
right?
ball taken by Thornsberry. Yep, Ponce with 10. She leaves it off for Shaquise May. Less than a minute to go until halftime. And a trade try is no good. Rebound battled for, and it's out of bounds off JSU. Maria Sanchez Ponce going for the ball. And as she rolled out of bounds, the ball went with her. So FAU comes up. FIU with no field goals in the last 3:51. They have made 4 of their last 5 tries, but none in the last 3:51.
Gamecocks have done a really good job of fighting their way back into this game. They were down by 7.
Outside long range won't go for Valero. And now the drive up the floor. Ponce. Shot clock is dark. So the Gamecocks can play for the final shot of the half. Thornsberry. And there's a blocking foul. It'll be Bayoso picking up her second. She transferred to Francis College in Brooklyn, New York. We've been past it many times, yes? Sure have. Now the inbounds. 9 seconds to go until halftime. Thornsberry Far side, 3-2. Count it, no, it's short for Ponce, and the half has come to a close. But it is a 1-point ball game. It is 38-37, a whole different story. That second half, FIU 20-14 in scoring over the Gamecocks.
Yeah, it's been a up and down game for both teams. Both teams have had their cold spots and their hot spots, and here we sit 1 point away, or differential, going in here at halftime.
We're coming back. We'll look at all the numbers and the highlights. That is coming up when we return to the Pete Matthews Coliseum here in Jacksonville, Alabama. Who's our halftime? All right.
Hey everybody, it's Samaya, part of the Jackson.
Who do we have? Brianna Rhodes.
The Jack State Go-Go's.
Let's do Planella. Yeah. Let's do Planella. We're coming back on camera though, right? Yeah. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Oh, wow.
It is not up out here now. What's the score there? I'll do that. JSU led by 9. They have led by 7. Welcome back, everybody. Glad you're able to join us. Eli Gold, Ray Hammett alongside. He's sitting in for Mickey Shadricks today. Here, it is 38-37. A Florida International lead by 1 here at halftime. Meanwhile, down in Miami at Florida International, they have gone to a second overtime. The men's schools, the men teams from both of these schools, they are tied at 73 going into the second overtime. But here we've seen some pretty good comebacks on the part of both of these teams.
Absolutely. Jacksonville State with a run in the first quarter that was just outstanding, something we've not seen a lot of from the Gamecocks. And then, as usually happens, it just sort of flipped around, and FIU was able to make their run. They went ahead of Jackson State. I believe it was 7 points, and able to fight back were the Gamecocks, and we're sitting here at a 38-37 halftime game.
Been a good ball game. The points in the paint has always been a point that we factor into when you play Alabama style of play, Jacksonville State style of play, and that's 24-16. Florida International with the edge, 24-16 over JSU.
Yeah, but it mainly goes down to one player for them. She is let me find her number 24, Natabo, and she has just been outstanding. She is so much bigger and stronger than anybody on the rest of either team, and so they feed her the ball. She's standing right below the basket and just able to put it in. So I really think the Gamecocks have been able to fight through it as much as they could, and but again, 24-16 looks a lot better than what we talked about against the tall Liberty team.
Halftime, Senior Day festivities continuing. Everyone who was a senior, in whatever your capacity, managers, players, what have you, being honored. And the same thing for the couple of the Jack State cheerleaders, as President Killingsworth, Athletic Director Greg Seitz are out on the floor helping honor those young ladies, and now the dance team being honored as well. We're coming back. We've got a special halftime coming your way. Also, Jack State, all of a sudden, in Miami, they have jumped out to an 80-73 lead over Florida International, just going off in that second overtime. We'll tell you more when we come back. Don't you go away.
Are they going to give us something?
No, we're not seniors. What are these guys, the band?
Yeah.
Matt Approacher. Dawson Crowder. Calvin Norris. Graham Pierce.
That ocean painted on the floor there is very distracting.
Yeah, it is.
You think it's out of bounds, but it's not.
Yep. You're right. That is odd.
Hey guys, it's Bree Rhodes
and Clara,
and today I will be asking her a couple questions. So first question for you, Clara, what's your favorite holiday?
My favorite holiday would be Christmas, because it's mostly with enjoying time with family and I don't know, I like it.
Okay. What is your least favorite food?
My least favorite food are chicken wings. I hate them. Or spicy sauces. Like, you give me something spicy, no.
But hold on, let's back up for a sec. Chicken wings? Why? Like, everybody loves chicken.
Well, I like chicken, but it's just something about the wings that don't.
Okay. That's valid. How different is it in the US than back home in Spain?
Well, basketball-wise is different, because here it's more play as a team, but focus on individuality, but yeah. And yeah, the food in the US is something from another planet.
Okay. Have you tried different foods over here that they don't have back home?
Oh yeah, like it's gonna sound like crazy, but I never tried Mexican food in Spain.
Oh.
So I actually kind of like it.
Okay.
But like burgers and everything, overrated.
Okay, valid. What is your personal goal for basketball for yourself or just in general?
My personal goal is like improve as a player, like as everybody, but to just be able to really make a difference in the court. They can't just be like passing the ball.
Okay.
So yeah, that's one of my main goals.
Well, that's valid. And that will conclude today, guys. It's Bree Rose once again and
Fleta.
And that's all. Stay cocky.
Yeah.
That is good.
Yeah. No. Natasha.
Bench number flipped a little bit, but again, Rick plays a lot more off of his bench than she does.
There's nobody at that game, and that's men's basketball. None. Helron. No. Niagu predictably misses. Welcome back, and that's what folks in the arena are watching here during halftime. They have put up the Jacksonville State FIU men's game from down in Miami, and as you see, it's 82-79 for Jacksonville State over Florida International with 7 6/10 seconds to go in the second overtime. So that's what has been entertaining the fans here during the break. Meanwhile, as we analyze the numbers, again, a flip around and a few things that are fairly standard.
Yeah, well, Jacksonville State did have a 9-point lead at one point, 7-point lead for FIU. both teams have had 9-point runs, so that's very similar. You talked about the points in the paint earlier. Jacksonville State has 10 bench points, which far exceeds what they did last Thursday night, but 4 for FIU. But Jack State plays a lot more off the bench than FIU does, so that's sort of the way it goes. As far as the leading scorers of the game, Natabo with 14 points and Robles with 9 to lead FIU. And for the Gamecocks, it's Ponce with 10 and 8 for Brianna Rhodes.
You heard that big cheer in the background. It's not only because they love Ray Hammett on the air, but watching the game from Miami, Jacksonville State has defeated the Panthers there 84-79 in double overtime. So a nice win again for the men, who continue to play well. And I'll tell you, the men have the game coming up at home against Kennesaw State next Saturday, and then the tournament in Huntsville. And I don't know if there's anybody out there who's going to necessarily want to play JSU in an early round.
Now, Jacksonville State has really done well. They've had a little bit of a hiccup in the last 2 or 3 games as far as scoring, but it looks like they got that taken care of today. And again, Jacksonville State was the #1 team in the league until Thursday night when Liberty defeated Jacksonville State.
Yeah, Liberty is up by a half game in the men's standings in Conference USA. Here we go, second half. Eli Gold, Ray Hammett. Jacksonville State in the pink, Florida International in the black. Out of the corner, and the rebound taken by Elsie Harris. She's been all over tonight, or today. Elsie has really played a good game. Ponce trying to outrace Bayoso. Nicely done.
Kissing it off. Yeah, kiss it off the glass. Banks it in from about 4 feet away. Little runner.
And this one-point affair is just seesawing back and forth now. They've got Natabo inside. There she is.
Automatic.
You saw it coming.
Yeah.
You saw it coming.
And you can't do anything to stop it much.
No.
Unless you just foul her.
40-39 FIU. Ponce for 3. Rebound taken and brought back up the floor by Robles. Robles runs to the paint, stops, falls away, no good. Rebound, Planella, and they've got a lady up the floor, and wide open to lay it in is Asia Barkley.
It's going to give Asia 8 points now on the game. She's perfect from the floor, 4 of 4.
She had 16 against UAB as her career best scoring night. And there's a whistle as Diatta had the basketball, but the offensive foul called on the play. So it's going to be Isnel Matabo with her first. And excuse me, it's going to be her second. I misspoke there. Ponce, yes. And the blocking foul.
Steps between 2 defenders that time to make the shot. They could have called the foul on either one.
And Diatta picks up her 3rd personal foul. Watch this.
Yes, that's a great job. Look at her, just right between them, just split them.
And she was dragging her leg, Diatta, and that was a good call right there. And she'll go to the bench.
Yeah, that gives her 3.
And the Spaniard again
fist in the air,
punches the air with her fist. 44-40. Out of the far reaches, no, but the rebound knocked out of bounds alertly by Maya Barnes, who tried to steal it, but at least disrupted the play. So FIU will inbounds under the basket to our right. They will inbound under the basket to our right. Don't want to have any English teachers getting on me. And there's the feed inside to Natabo for 2 more.
Yeah, you know I married one of those.
Yeah, I know. That's why I was figuring. I'd hear from Ms. Hammett. Yes, Mrs. Hammett. Here now the loose ball taken away. FIU running the floor, and the underhand layup is Robles for 2.
Mella almost getting a steal there. Got the hand on the ball, but FIU able to retain control.
Tied at 44. Got it. That was a nice one by Ponce. Ponce now with 18 points. That's a new career high for her. Maria had 17 against Life, and now 18 against Florida International.
18 against Florida International is a much bigger thing, too.
Yeah,
she's just getting better and better.
Life, yeah. Natabo lost the ball. And Ponce doing a great job there, not allowing her feet to touch the hardwood. So there was no travel there.
Great ball control, or body control, actually.
Elsie Harris to Barclay. Planella for 3. And the rebound is Bayoso. Angena Bayoso, she's from Spain. And there's a foul on the floor, as that time Natabo gets tied up in a package, and the foul on Asia Barkley will be her second.
We talked about 4 players from Spain on FIU. Well, they've got 3 from the state of Florida, where they're from, and it just sort of splits up around that. But definitely an international team.
Oh, there's no question about that.
Good
and there's Ponce picking the pocket. She could have gone to Elsie Harris. She elects to go by herself. Barnes, Ponce, and the cross-court throw to Planella was picked off, and they run the floor and lay it in for 2. Lightning fast was Robles going up the floor.
Valero with the steal. Nice pass getting it to the layup.
Here now, cross-court. Ponce, Planella, Elsie Harris. Clara looks, spins. Clara spins. And an offensive foul right there.
What's going on the floor right now is they're bringing the big girl out. Natabo all the way to the free throw line to guard Asia Barclay, and that leaves it wide open under the basket if you can just get there, and then Jack State unable to do it then. But that's not a bad way of going about your offense if they're going to bring her out.
Planella and Ponce both take a seat. Brianna Rhodes trying to work against the bigger girl, and there's going to be a 3-second violation against FIU. And we have got timeout. Timeout, 4:52 to go in the third. It's a tight one, has been all day.
All right, fans, it's time now for the free
whatever you'd like.
T-shirt toss. Get on your feet and get loud for your chance to win.
Still hadn't seen the coaches if you want to do that. Maybe late for that, I don't know.
Well, you can. Let the sunshine.
The Fifth Dimension. Saw them when I was a student at Auburn.
I saw them in Vegas. They were great.
Yeah, they were. Loved them.
You know, one of their singers, Lamont McLemore, the skinny guy. He played second base in the Dodgers organization.
Really?
Yeah. Never made it to the bigs.
Wow.
But yeah, he was AA or I know he was AA. Might have been AAA too.
Wow, did not know that.
Lamont McLemore. The sunshine. The sunshine. The sun. All right. Thank you.
Getting the steps in.
10 points in the paint, 32-22. It's a 2-minute, 11-second scoring drought for that man's team. Rick Petrie, the head coach of the Jacksonville State Gamecocks, 12th year here. He's been at South Alabama for 13 years. And there's Jessica Burks-Wiley, 5 years as a head coach, all at FIU. Here come the Gamecocks wearing the pink. Looking to drive through. Baseline. Eden Sample had to give it up. And there's wide open running room for Shaquise May. That breaks that scoring drought of 2.5 minutes.
And that's her first basket of the game.
Senior day for Shaquise. She had no points when the teams played in Miami. She played 19 minutes without a point. Here's Bayoso. Inside and a foul. They're going to call Brianna Rhodes on that one. It'll be her first of the day.
Brianna had her arm around the back of the shooter that time, and that's why she was called for the foul.
Here now, Notable. We told you all of her accomplishments when you add up Division 1, 2, 3. I mean, she's leading everybody except when you add in Division 2 and Division 3, and she is the number 4 scorer in America. Otherwise, she is number 1 in Division 1. If you look at conference play only, Notable is the number 4 scorer in Conference USA. And after the turnover, it'll be an inbound for the Panthers. Good look at Elsie Harris, the transfer from Mississippi Gulf Coast College. She was there in 2020, 21, 22, 23, and now here. Pitch into the corner, in and out, and then it falls back down for Judith Valero from the Spanish junior national team. That shot had a lot of English on it for somebody from the Spanish team. And that's an air ball. Wonder how you say that in Spanish.
Air ball.
Air ball, yeah. Aero ballo. Paleta? Is that what ball is?
I don't know. I only took 2.5 years of Spanish in high school.
I hear you.
Didn't get that far.
Yeah. You see the time remaining, bottom of the screen. We're in the third. Nice baseline move, but it won't go in. But just look at the dominant Fernandabao underneath the basket.
Squeeze made it a really nice job of fighting for the ball, though.
Elsie Harris. Bayoso watching defensively. And there's a foul call.
Good call.
Yep. Foul on FIU. It'll be Bayoso's third. Number 3 on Bayoso, and she will head to the bench to be replaced by Binta Diatta. First name is spelled, it looks as though it would be pronounced Bineta, but it's pronounced Binta in Senegal. Last name Diatta. There's also a cut on the arm of Shaquise May, and referee Jody Cantrell supervising there, along with trainer Divine Mathis, and they've got her repaired and able to stay in the ball game. Elsie Harris. Shaquise. Brianna Rhodes. Harris, count it, a 3 from the perimeter for Elsie Harris, and she comes up large. That'll be her first tray of the day.
And a big basket for the Gamecocks as FIU was starting to really even it up, and they're able to push it back out by 3.
If you're just joining us, Jacksonville State has led by 9. FIU has led by 7.
Good hustle by FIU that time to get the offensive rebound. Had to chase it down in the corner.
30 is Lucia Fleta Robles. Valero gets stuffed.
Nice job by Myra Barnes that time.
And Harris gives it to Maya. Cross court, alone, Trey rings out for Shaquise. Gets another, but there were steps in there, and the whistle.
Eden Sample able to get the rebound that time. Good job there, but traveled.
So the Gamecocks now with a 2-minute and 11-second scoring drought. .48 seconds remaining in the third. Nobody going on pitch's head fake there. Valero.
Sample had doubled up on the previous player with the ball, and that left Valero open in the corner.
We're tied at 52 thanks to that tray by the former South Florida Bull. And now they're going to call Elsie Harris with an offensive foul. It'll be the first on Elsie. The senior from Mobile's BC Rain High School being honored today on Senior Day. Three-point shooting today. Gamecocks 22%, FIU 36%. And getting hit as she goes to the window was Robles. Elsie Harris picks up her second personal foul.
Robles trying to work it in. She was fouled in the act of shooting, and that's why she gets to go to the line to shoot 2 here.
She had 20 against Texas El Paso. Robles did, as her career best. And there from midcourt, the three-point try as the horn ends the quarter. And we are going to go to the fourth quarter, all tied at 52 apiece. We've got a good one going here today. Glad you're with us on ESPN+.
Watch for the foul shot promotion starting right now.
I need to try it first.
Whether it's family for dinner or game time, it's time for Johnson's Giant Foods Deli. All you have to do is drop by Johnson's Giant Foods and grab whatever you want hot and ready to go. Chicken salad and chicken fingers to die for. Savory ribs, salad, dessert, you name it. It's waiting for you and your family or friends. Johnson's Giant Foods with 5 locations in Gadsden, Atala, Jacksonville, and Coldwater.
As student athletes, we push ourselves to be our best.
On and off the field.
When the game is on the line, mental health matters.
It's okay not to be okay.
Of the 500,000 student athletes in the NCAA,
nearly 20% say that they are suffering from depression or anxiety.
It's time to break the stigma.
Strong minds lead to strong performances.
Let's support each other and talk about mental health.
Together, there are no limits on us.
At Jacksonville State University, the journey starts with you. It begins with your ambition, your curiosity, your dreams. Here, you forge your own path. You have the power to make a difference, explore new horizons, and turn your passions into your future. At Jack State, we journey forward together. The journey starts with you.
I need to try it first.
Your neighborhood Grub Mart is your one-stop shop for everything you need when you're on the go. Grub Mart features the best prices on Coke and Pepsi products and is the home to the 99-cent bag of ice every day. And Grub Mart is your exclusive home for the popcorn bucket. Purchase yours for only $5.99, then bring it for free refills throughout the year. And save every day with your Grub Mart Super Saver card. When you're on the go, it's good to know Grub Mart has everything you need. Gas, diesel, and delicious Oleo donuts. In business over 78 years, visit your local Grub Mart today.
We are here inside the Pete Matthews Coliseum. Meanwhile, the softball team for Jacksonville State is now in the 7th inning, playing at Hattiesburg, Mississippi, and they lead Arkansas Pine Bluff 6-0. So you're up to date there in the 7th inning. Here's Ponce leaving it off for Shaquise May, and it goes out of bounds. A turnover against Jacksonville State. That'll be the 9th turnover for JSU.
Really an unforced error that time. I think she just kind of lost sight of the ball and dribbled it on the out of bounds line.
FIU has 11 turnovers. It's fed and in the paint. Helping out is Valero. The feed inside, and you can't do anything with Isnell Nadabo.
She's been extremely impressive. I would love to watch her go against the big girl at Liberty, or the one in middle.
Exactly. 20 points for Nadabo today. And there's a whistle from Jody Cantrell, and the foul. The foul on Diata will be
tripping.
her 4th. Yep. And there's her 5th. Wow. There was her 5th foul right there, and she's all upset at herself and at the call. Diata ends the day with 2 points and 2 rebounds.
And she's only played about 11 minutes in this game to have 5 fouls. And there hadn't been that many fouls called, really.
Exactly. She's got 5 of the 14 fouls. 5 of 14 against FIU. And Maya Barnes is good from the charity stripe. And she makes the second. Gamecocks 75%, now 80% from the free throw line. And it continues to grow.
And that's a big stat that we'll look at for the rest of the game.
One-point ball game with 8:49 to go. Bayoso. And they climb all over Natabo. And who are they going to call the foul on?
Take your pick, really, on this one.
They're going to call it on Maya Barnes.
Triple teamed her.
Yeah, just climbed all over her like
here we see it.
She was a playground.
Could have gone against
Ponce as well, yeah. Turnaround. Air ball out of bounds. It'll be Gamecock ball going the other way.
We've been talking about how do you stop Natabo? Well, that's how you do it, you know, but you got to get a foul.
Yeah. Florida International averaging 64.9 points a ball game. They've got 54 right now with 8.5 to go.
FIU with a good shooting day, 58%.
Yep.
And the average on the season's 45. And Jack State also at 50% with an average coming in today of 36.
Samaya Steele goes to the window, kicks it out to Barnes. And now what do you do with the ball? Steele. Ponce, no. Flying in for the rebound is Brianna Rhodes. And she gets bumped as she puts it up.
Boy, she was up in the air that time. Beautiful job by Brianna. Great hustle.
A 2-shot opportunity as Natabo picks up her 3rd personal foul.
Brianna's first trip to the line. She, as we've talked about in the past, sets up on the right side of the line. Unusual.
And that one is good. Yeah, she really is all the way over, you see? All the way over to the right side of the free throw line. And it works, though.
It sure does.
They don't give you style points. And the style was fine. It's just an unusual look. Bayoso to the window, and there's a whistle inside as the Gamecocks, Shaquise May gets her 3rd personal foul. Substitutions, Planella is back in. And now at the line, Bayoso, no good. She's a 60% free throw shooter. They are not a very good free throw shooting team on the year. Only 64%. That's 329th in America out of the 352 teams that play women's ball. So that has been a spot that's been a problem all season long for the Panthers. Right now, we've got no problem. We've got a great game for you. We're happy to have you along. We're coming back to Jacksonville, Alabama right after this. Yes, sir. That'll be fine. Thank you. Welcome back. There's Jessica Burks-Wiley, head coach of the FIU Panthers. And there you see the quarter-by-quarter breakdown. 57-55. Gamecocks shooting 49%. FIU 57%. From threes, the Gamecocks are 23%. FIU 38%. One of the big differences, though, at the free throw line, Gamecocks 88%, FIU just 40%.
And you can look at that one stat, and that's the difference of the game.
Yep. And they have struggled from the free throw line all season. There's a bump from behind, no whistle, and the reverse layup try doesn't go, taken by Valero. Belloso. Appearing in her 21st game of the year, the feed inside. It's a rare miss by Nottable, and then she gets slapped, and there'll be a whistle. So the foul on Planella.
Ponce.
Excuse me, Ponce, I stand corrected. Thank you, sir. Maria's first foul. Maya Barnes takes a seat. And here's Nottable. When she played at Sacramento State, she owned all the records in the Big Sky Conference. I mean, she rewrote the record book.
She's an outstanding player without question. She has the body size, and she's plays with a lot of savvy as well. She's very tough.
Tied up at 57. The school's men's teams went to double overtime today before Jacksonville State won 84-79. There, that one goes out of bounds. And it'll be controlled by the Gamecocks.
Valero just couldn't find the handle on that ball.
The give to Planella, and she gets hit as she goes to the window. And it'll be a two-shot opportunity there. Looked like Belloso. It was, and Jenna Belloso picking up the personal foul. That'll be number 4 on her. They've already lost Binta Diata on fouls.
Planella with her first free throws of the game.
And it's a good one. A 77% free throw shooter coming in. And she makes the pair. So it's Aaliyah Pitts inbounding it, leaving it for Belloso. 6:21 to go in the ball game. No good. Rebound off the foot of Nottebohm and taken by the Gamecocks. Planella. Back outside from Ponce to Harris. Saric. Play clock down to 7 seconds. And she shoots the long one. Clara Gonzalez Planella.
Beautiful rainbow shot that time. Nothing but the net.
She's had game-winning shots like that already this year, so the pressure doesn't bother her. And then working her way inside, Nottebohm, and the ball was tied up. It'll be long to the visitors from Florida International University, as now Asia Barkley replaces Brianna Rhodes.
Brianna leaves the floor, but that was a great defensive effort by her to hold Nottebohm out from the basket.
Here's Nottebohm. Hands it off. It's good if it goes, and it does. Just getting the shot away was Valero.
Drained that shot clock that time.
And that was Belloso, who got that shot to go. Baseline. Kicked out of bounds by the Gamecocks. It was deflected, and then the ball was kicked out by Elsie Harris, and we have a timeout. Timeout with 4:50 to go in the ball game. Or will we have overtime? It's been that kind of a day. We'll find out together.
You can find them at ThisIsAlabama.org and follow them on all social media platforms. And as always, go Gamecocks.
My home is Alabama. Yeah, that's fine. How are you? All right. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I think she did, but okay. Thank you.
Didn't we shoot 9 of 10 at the free throw line the other Thursday?
Yeah. No good. Who was the basket by? It was, I don't remember. Zero, okay.
An official review. The last basket by FIU has been waved off.
No, I'll mention it. Getting down to the nitty-gritty in the regular season, FIU has Western Kentucky and Middle Tennessee at home. JSU plays at Kennesaw State before the conference tournament in Huntsville, Alabama. By the way, the score has been adjusted after we watched that three-point try, and the putback no good by Natabo. The last basket that went off just as the shot clock was expiring has been wiped off the scoreboard. So that last second shot has been wiped off the board.
They took a look at that during the timeout.
Yep.
Determined it was a good call. That's why you've got that replay official over there.
Here now, it's played, and there's a whistle and a shove on Jack State. As ending up on the ground was Isnel Natabo.
Planeo just left the game with her fourth foul.
A lot of fouls coming up. Asia Barkley committed that one, her third. Natabo now with 22 points. And 23. Three-point ball game. Ponce out to LC Harris. Saric, no good. Normally deadly from that spot. They run the floor, and an underhand layup try is no good by Robles, but there is a foul called on the Gamecocks. It'll be the fourth on Asia Barkley.
Was a shooting foul, so she goes to the line to shoot two.
Sitting down are Barkley and Saric. And at the line is Lucia, Fleta, Robles. No field goals for Florida International. No field goals in the last 5 minutes and 14 seconds. They've missed their last 6 shots in a row.
Fourth foul just called against Natabo.
Yep. 4 fouls on Natabo. And of course the Gamecocks may well try and drive towards her to get her to foul out.
And that could be a difference maker.
That would be a difference maker. And all the way over on the right side of the free throw line, Brianna Rhodes.
She's figured it out. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah,
it's
that's her favorite spot.
Unconventional, but she makes it work.
And she makes the pair. One of the seniors honored today, along with Maya Barnes and Asia Barkley, Elsie Harris and Shaquise May. Four-point lead for Jack State. Over the head, that's a beauty by Valero.
Valero able to beat 2 defenders that time, got on the baseline, and with that reverse layup, just outstanding.
Judith Valero, a pretty one. Here's Harris, and there's a shove. on the part of Valero, who is complaining now to the official, Kristen Bell.
It's going to put Jack State at the line to shoot for the rest of the game. Yep. Both teams actually will be shooting from this point on.
Fouls are 6 aside. Brianna Rhodes, no good.
Now 4 of 5 at the line.
And she gets that one to go.
Jack State 12 of 14 from the free throw line in this game.
65-62. Jacksonville State by 3. Natabo. Bayoso. Boy, Natabo is active, isn't she?
Yes.
Trying to set up screens, trying to help teammates.
Somebody got a fingertip on that ball, knocked it away for the Jack State Gamecocks. Every play counts right now.
Ponce to the window. Yes.
Love it.
And there had been no field goals for Jacksonville State in the last 2 minutes and 44 seconds until that one. And then answering right back is Robles for the Panthers.
What a big shot that was for Robles to be able to pull her team back to within 2.
That one is in and out, no good for Ponce. And now FIU runs the floor. Pitts looking, kicks it outside to Robles. Tight defense on her by Elsie Harris. Bayoso looks right, goes left behind the back, misses the layup. And the ball goes out of bounds off JSU. Shaquise May had it bounce off her foot and out of bounds.
So in that time on the shot clock, 20 seconds.
And the inbounds will be handled by Bayoso. You see the time remaining. 4th quarter. The men's teams from these schools went double overtime earlier today with Jacksonville State winning. Let's see what happens here as that layup ties this ball game at 67.
Beloso with that shot. Outstanding move. There was a lot of traffic in there. She was able to split it.
Left side, Ponce. Nowhere to go. Does she travel?
Yes.
That did. She traveled, and another turnover against Jacksonville State. That'll be their 11th turnover of the ball game. Make it their 12th, excuse me. 14 for FIU. There's a shot. That's a big time shot.
Yep.
Bayoso forcing Coach Petrie to call timeout.
Beloso with her first 3-point basket of the game came in a huge time.
It'll be a 30-second timeout being taken by JSU. So an 8-0 run for Florida International in the last minute and 37 seconds has given FIU the 3-point lead. Again, if you're just joining us, FIU led early by 7. Jacksonville State led by 9. And that's where we are right now, inside a minute remaining. Let's see, was it a 3? No.
Don't think so.
So after the officials looked at the video, the score remains as is, 70-67.
Our Lucia on the monitor was not the best shot in the world for us to be able to determine that, but it was very close.
It certainly looked, though, as though the toes were inside the line. Yeah. Wow. That's tough to tell.
Yes, it is.
No. 56 and 7/10 seconds to go.
Brag a little bit on these officials. I think they've really done an outstanding job today.
They have the veteran crew. Harris. Ponce. Long range tray does not go for Elsie Harris. Rebound FIU. And the ball is taken away by Planella to Ponce off the front of the rim. And here comes Valero the other way. Judith Valero is fouled by Maya Barnes. And Maya will pick up her 4th personal foul.
Well, that was the opportunity for Jacksonville State just a minute ago. Had a wide open 3 and unable to make it. Great hustle back down the floor to get the turnover, to give them that opportunity.
Great job by Planella, and unfortunately for Jacksonville State, Ponce could not make the shot. Here's Valero. And she gets the shooter's bounce. Gamecocks another scoring drought of 218, during which time FIU has gone on an 8-0 run. And timeout is being taken again by Jacksonville State. So a 30-second timeout called by Coach Petrie with 26 and 6/10 seconds remaining.
4 players from FIU in double figures. Beloso and Valero with 10 each. Robles with 17 and Natabo 24. That's outstanding group, you know, and you see that a lot with this team, that they really share the points very, very well.
Gamecocks have 20 points from Ponce. That is a career high. As we told you earlier, she had 17 against Life University. 20 here today, her career best. Rhodes has 13 points. Planella has 10. And now the inbounds for Jack State. 24 seconds to go. Needing 5. Here's 3. Wow! Off the window just like they drew it up.
Plenty of timeout left. There was 2 before they just took that one, but that one would bring rain. I'm going to tell you, it was in the ceiling, and a beautiful, beautiful shot. Yes.
Watch it again. Rainmaker. Boy.
Kissing it off the glass.
Exactly right.
Wow.
That was a pretty shot.
So it went from a 2-possession game with a 5-point lead, now just a 2-point lead for FIU. And of course, Jack State will go for the steal, and then there you see it again.
Phew. Nicely done.
And if they don't get the steal, they'll foul.
Yeah. Florida International, you know, last year they had their most wins since the 2011-2012 season. They went to the WNIT for the first time since 2012-2013. So they're playing a good bit better. This year, 10 wins. They could have 13 wins before the season is done. They've got this game plus 2 more, home against Western Kentucky and Middle Tennessee. So they could end up in a postseason tournament.
two very formidable opponents next week, though.
Yes,
That's not going to be an easy deal.
The Gamecocks, of course, as you see, 10-17, 4-12, playing next weekend at Kennesaw State to wrap up the regular season for them. The inbounds for FIU, and it's stolen. Brianna Rhodes takes it, lays it up for two. How about that? As she anticipated the pass to Natabo and stole it, runs the floor and lays it in for two.
Wow, unbelievable. Just a beautiful play by Brianna. Look at this.
Nice. She anticipated the pass beautifully.
Brianna now with 15 points, averaging 8 on the season. She's had, I think, just a tremendous game. It'll be one of the best games of the season for her.
16 turnovers, and here comes the referee. And the word is that they said they have lost their monitor. The referee just came over and he said, if we need to check a replay, we're going to come over here and commandeer our monitor.
You don't think they'll just ask our opinion? And
no, probably not.
I don't think so.
Probably not. 14 seconds to go. Yeah, Jody Cantrell, the referee, just came over and let us know. Here's Aaliyah Pitts inbounding it. Tied at 72. They do have to get a bucket here. Up it goes. It bounces in. Belloso with a second and a half to go.
It gives her 12 points, but what a great effort by that young lady to be able to put that basket in. Little scoop shot.
And Jenna Belloso. Wow. Underhand scoops it in with a second and a half remaining.
Well, you see who gives her the block.
Well, of course.
Yeah, it was just an outstanding block because she held off about 3 different players. Did Natabo.
They have hit their last 3 field goal attempts. The Panthers have. And now we'll see what Coach Petrie designs. They do have plays all drawn up for situations like this. You see him talking to everybody there. They lean in. Brianna Rhodes shakes her head emphatically. I got you, Coach.
Well, the main thing is you want to try to get the ball at least to about half court on the inbounds pass because you don't have time to make a pass and then a shot. So it's got to happen real quick. And
well, the inbounds is already at half court.
Oh, it is. Okay, I'm sorry.
Is taken.
Well, that's a good thing.
Basket there. Here we go. Looking. Shaquise May to Brianna. No! She misses it at the horn, and FIU has won it 74-72. They had the play designed perfectly. They just couldn't get the basket to go.
And Brianna, with the last play that she made with the steal and the layup, put them in that position. And again, that's going to be a heartbreaker for her for a long time as she was there. And again, Coach Petrie had the play drawn up. Great job there. They just didn't make the shot.
Watch it again. The game winner. Around the horn. Up it goes. Angela Belloso gives FIU the victory, 74-72. We've had great performances all the way around. Belloso ends up with 12 points. Natabo with 24, but interestingly, it wasn't Natabo who got the game-winning shot. It was Belloso.
Yeah, but both those young ladies are very, very strong leaders on this team. Both of them had 4 fouls late in the game and were able to keep them fouling out. But just it was a very entertaining game to watch. Both teams played extremely hard, and somebody's got to win, somebody's got to lose.
We hope you enjoyed it. 24 for Natabo, 17 points today for Robles, 12 points for Bayoso, and Valero with 10. For Jacksonville State, 20 points for Ponce, a career high for that young lady right there. 13 for Planella, 15 for Rhodes. And this one is in the books now with just one game remaining in the regular season. Florida International, a winner, 74-72 over the Jacksonville State Gamecocks. So for Ray Hammett, I'm Eli Gold saying so long from Jacksonville, Alabama. Remember that all games airing on the ESPN networks are streaming live and are archived on the ESPN app. This has been a presentation of ESPN.